Okay, I apologize in advance for the audio. I am aware of how bad it is, and yeah, feel free to leave if it sucks, assuming anyone comes over here. But yeah, so I'm just gonna be finishing up a text editor in C. I say finishing up, but really I've only done probably like a quarter of it. So I'm doing this for educational purposes, just to study. Um, we're at the point where I am not sure how to open like a window from here to here, but I wonder if I can do top terminal. Oh, hi, that works. So if we compile the file that I made here, which we're gonna like go over in just a second, um, if we just use it like test.exe and we point it to a test file.txt, um, it'll show everything that's in that text file. So we can see it here. This is just the actual raw file. Um, where's that? Yeah. And it's gonna basically store everything in memory, make like character arrays for every line here. It's gonna store it and it's gonna display it with one, and then I guess this is like more or less pipe delimited where the line numbers are separated by the pipe operator here. Is it an operator? I don't know. I'm just call it a pipe. But yeah, so we're gonna be turning this into a simple text editor, kind of like Nano. I'm not sure how much we'll get done today, but I know we're just doing it just to learn stuff. So exit. Let's go over all of the code that we've written so far. I have this open over here, so we can kind of, this is something that like ChatGPT spit out just for kind of a project outline. But stage, yeah, we're on stage 2. So we're gonna use a linked list to store each line. That's just, it's a data structure that CS classes love, and hopefully it teaches me a lot about objects. Still, my OOP fundamentals could always use more work. So yeah. All right, let's go over this. Yep. Make sure you specify a file name. We have our file pointer storing the result of fopen. I don't know if file pointer is like its own special. I guess it is its own kind of pointer type of file. But what is it pointing to exactly? Like the first character, just like something in memory that represents the file? I'm not sure exactly. Okay, I was like, where's the null? Oh yeah, and then I have like a comment. Why did also on my Mac, whenever I save this, it just does really silly formatting. Okay, it doesn't do that on Windows. But all right, if it's not null, we have a character buffer that can store about, is that 124 character pointers or 124 characters? Whatever the case, the buffer is size of 1024. So we're storing the result. And we don't need to specify the buffer there, do we? I mean, I guess you kind of have to, but I don't think it's necessary. But yeah, that's just going to figure out when, if we still have like a valid line, if f gets like finds something, then it's just going to add another line number. It's going to go per line. Yep, and then rewind gets us to the back, or the front of the file, very top. I don't know why you don't have to specify that this is like this is an array. but you don't have to specify that it is. Like, is a pointer to a pointer like inherently an array? Or not that it's an array, but that in memory it's like kind of sequentially chunked so that when you move over one, it basically behaves as an array? I'm gonna guess that's how it works. Let me like do a quick look up here. Well, quick look up as in asking ChatGPT is. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Hmm. And I wonder if like the whole pointer to a pointer thing is actually just for memory efficiency because a pointer is already an integer, right? Or is it? No, it might have like OX or something. No, it's not an integer. It's hexadecimal, right? Mm, okay, I see. Oops. So yeah, basically is. It's not a contiguous. Oh, you can do that. Okay, so it basically is an array, but it's not technically a 2D array, even if you can do 2D operations on it. Makes sense. Uh, but I feel like this contradicts this. Mm-hmm. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't mean in the sense of it being a 2DR, but that when we. The memory is contiguous. Yes. Wait. P itself is still a pointer, not a true array type. Like an integer. A pointer to integers. What? Is that a pointer? What is this? So pointer to integers. Is the difference between a pointer and an integer pointer? Because I know that like char pointers, like you can type pointers, but I don't see how these would be different, like inherently. I hate how it does this. It's so annoying. Pointer to a pointer. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hate when ChatGPT is so silly that it doesn't understand the question. I think I get what it's saying, but it's not exactly related to my question. So I'll ask it one more question and then I'll call it here because I'm pretty sure I get it. What? Oh, it's like I think it's kind of going off the assumption that um like a list of pointers is inherently not a list. Like a list has to be of characters or integers or something like that. And I think that's what it's saying here. A true array type would have size of array. But that is what we're doing. Mm-hmm. Yes. Size of P only gives you pointer size, not total block size. Is that a design flaw? I don't. I think this might be a little bit out of ChatGPT's depth. Just I don't know. I'm just gonna say it is what it is. But I understand what's going on and how to use pointers to pointers and how to malloc them. All right, so this is going to be an array of pointers, an array of pointers to a character, and then malloc. Yep, we're going to want the amount of lines, that many char pointer entries in our line pointer. Um, I'm just gonna call it a pointer array. Are they called pointer arrays? That would make so much more sense. What? So I see what's going on here. Because those aren't pointers to pointers. That's just an. Oh. So we could just, it's technically not a pointer array, it's a pointer to pointer array, right? Okay. All right, so malloc enough space for our lines depending on our buffer. In length Sterling buffer. Oh, you can do that. Interesting. um, char line array equals malloc. Yep. Yep. Add everything from the buffer into our line array, including the null terminator, which is why we have the equal as well. And then, yes, we're going to add a pointer to the first character in our line pointers or array of array of pointers to pointers. Is it though? Because Lionheart is because buffer J is going to be the pointer. Oh, okay. So line art, I believe, is of type. Line art is the address of the pointer. To care, because that's what's in buffer. Okay, I think that makes sense. Yeah, and then we're gonna display up to line 999. Or at least the first 3 digits of it. I think it would. It would still keep going. And this automatically dereferences. Dereferences and it prints the whole thing. Yes, I believe this was. Yeah. I think that's in my to-dos, so. Alright. Yep, and then we free everything after. So, yeah. Alright. start coding. So we're making our buffer. I'm not exactly sure what it's even looking for with all of these. I'm gonna go to ChatGPT for a bit of a like deeper explanation for what we're gonna want. Did we talk about it? Or maybe that's this one. Ah, it's this one. Okay. Mhm. Allocate the buffer struct and initialize the fields. I'm gonna say for your help, try not to give much code. Just explain purpose and what I need to do. Okay, so I think we're gonna iterate over our pointer list and create the buffer. But why would we shouldn't need like a we wouldn't have a void argument there. I don't know how to create a struct. Okay. So because it's like buffers already defined here, do we not need to do anything more? Like, does it already have access to the struct? So, for example, could we do first? No. I know I'm so wrong. Last. And how do I make memory for this? We know it's going to be 1024. It's an array of characters. We're just gonna put them in here. We're gonna make it malloc. I'm so bad at this. This is crazy. You know, I feel like whenever I try something new, I'm like, damn, I actually suck. All right. I don't think we need to create. No, because what the actual fuck is this called? How do we how do we allocate memory for a struct? Let me look that one up. Try to use less ChatGPT. I know it's a bad here. How to allocate memory for a struct. What is going on? This is actually way more helpful than ChatGPT, anyways. Okay, so the way we allocate memory is we're just going to be allocating memory for pointers, and then we can actually get more specific when we use those pointers. I think that's the approach we're getting. All right. Okay. What? Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, why would that go there? Okay. Nice. So I think this would create pointers for these three things. And I know I'm not sure this is precise. Let's see if we can just do this with dereferencing. How do you access an attribute of a struct? Because we're not trying to change the address, we're trying to change the value at the address. So we have our buffer pointer, we have our pointer to our first thing. So we're going to want to, I don't know, is it the first pointer? All right, so if we dereference our first buffer pointer, we set it equal to null. I think that would work, even though it's not that great. I wrote like 4 lines of code today and I'm already hungry. Let's see if this is what we're looking for. So I think that's just some abstraction, but I want to make sure I can get it without the abstraction. So what was the approach that they specified? It was like buffer pointer buffer PTR equals malloc, and then it did like, I think it was, I think it just did this, right? It's like, you don't gotta do all that. Maybe I'm wrong. Hmm. Malloc size of buffer. Oh, yeah, basically. Okay. Oh, we got it. We're starting to figure out C a little bit. Okay. Line. Create. Hmm. I think we're just gonna need the head and the tail and the text. Head, tail, and text. I'll figure out what the types of those are later. So types are gonna be the text is going to be an array of pointers. Yes. Buffer append line? Is that for like I'm so confused. This is gonna be an address. So I'm gonna say hmm. Is it an int? Like what is going on? No, it should just be a pointer, right? Struct line node pointer. Hmm. Alright, let's create the line. So how did I do it here? Did I just use Sterling? Len. Yes. Then equals. Oh, we can just append the. Do we want the whole thing, or can we just? Because I'm not sure we can. No, this is just gonna point to our original thing. Yeah, I think that was a misconception I had. Yeah, but then how do we keep track of every individual character? That might be a little tougher. We'll see though. Mm. We're gonna use line node. We're gonna use line node. And we have to use the buffer. Okay. it gonna like spit out a bunch of errors? Okay. My back is so itchy. I don't know what's going on. Well, I'm gonna call it for what it is. I'm gonna just throw in pointer everywhere. Oh, they're all pointers. I don't want to do all that. All right, I'll keep it in the structs, but not in the functions. Oopsies. Oh yeah, I can't do that kind of shit in insert mode. All right, let's see what ChatGPT thinks about what I wrote. Oh right. Yes. Yes, Mr. ChatGPT. Oh, that's right, because I'm not passing the whole thing. What am I doing? And then buffer. Oh yeah, I might have done some silly renaming stuff. I'm gonna call these need to be pointer. Oopsies. Hey, let me edit stuff. Hmm, that checks out. I'm not sure what it means for this. Can you show an example? Hmm. But then what do we want? Okay, I'm gonna finish this and then I gotta stop and I'll come back to this. We are gonna make a pointer to a copy array? Like what? To a new array? Like, okay. I see. Damn, C is hard. Okay. I see what's going on. How do we know how long it is? Can we do like and what's me to use string copy? Hmm. Malak Sterling. What's it called? If I pass the pointer, will it automatically dereference it? Yes. Okay. +1 because we want the null terminator. I think. Is that really necessary? Yes, it is. It is. Is it really though? I'm not exactly sure. Yes, it is because we want it like when we iterate over the text, it's not going to stop at the new line. It's going to stop at the null terminator, and that's what we want. So yeah, let's include that. We'll just use Sterling for int I equals 0. We're just implementing the same thing again, but I'm gonna use string copy after this and then comment it out. Hmm. What is Sterling of we don't want it to be the pointer though, right? This would, so inside of the slot, we're going to give it dereference. I think we want it to be the pointer though, right? So we'll see which of these are right. Yank. Oh, wait, what? No, it shouldn't. Oh, poof. No. No way. What am I doing? Oh, this is cool. All right, we'll do this, and then I'm gonna go take a little break, and I'll be right back. See if ChatGPT says good. All right, so it wanted us to use like, what was it? Like string copy. Um, did I want this? Nice. All right. Um, I'm going to come back